Okay, now we're going to take a look at our math pages 381 and 382. All right, let me adjust that a little bit. Okay, so we're looking at ordering numbers, and we're dealing with 3-digit numbers. If you feel fine with this, you can go through maybe a couple with us, turn it off, and then do it on your own, but I'm going to go ahead and help those who might need the help a little bit more. So it says you can order numbers by comparing the digits. Remember the hundreds place, the greatest value, on down to the ones place. So we're doing the greatest, the least, and the one that comes in between. And remember, whoopsie, if you've got that sign, that means greatest. And if you've got this sign going to the left, that means least. And I kind of told you least, left, right? Starts with an L. Least, left, okay? So, they've done the examples for you. You can always turn it off and study those, but let's take a look at number 1. And you could look at the pictures, of course, and I think the best thing to do is under each picture write the amount. So, in other words, for number 1, what does the first picture show? How many hundreds do you see? A flat is 100, you see 100, so underneath the picture, put a 1, okay? How many tens do you see there? 1, 2, 3. How many ones do you see? A 3. Now under the second picture, how many flats do you see? 1. That's 100. How many tens? You see 4 rods. And you see 2 ones. So you have 142. Under the third picture, you see 1 flat again. So it's 100. You see 2 tens. And it looks like a stack of 5 ones, correct? So underneath that, you have this. So they want you to put the greatest number first. So which number has the most amount of hundreds? Same. Go to the tens. 3, 4, 2. Which is greater, 3, 4, or 2? Well, 4. So right away, you know that 142 is the greatest. You put the sign in both bubbles for the greatest, because we're going to go down to the last line, and which of these numbers is the least? It's 2 or 3. Well, 2 is less than 3, so 125 goes there, and that means the only one left is 133. That goes in the center. Okay, let's do number 2, and then I think you'll be able to do the next page by yourself. So for number 2, let's just put the numbers underneath. I see 3 flats, so that's 300. I see 2 tens, and it's okay not to put anything for the ones because I don't see any? No, because you would have 32 instead of 320, okay? So make sure you have that 0. The next picture shows 1 flat, which is 100, 4 tens, a stack of 5, 3 more make what? 5 plus 3 is 8. You've got 148. And the last picture, you have 2 hundreds, you have 3 tens, and once again, you don't have any ones, but make sure you put that 0. Then we have that, and they want this time, watch carefully, they want the least to come first, and then the greatest. Which of these numbers is the smallest? Well, let's compare the place of the greatest value, which would be the hundreds. 3, 1, 2. I think we know 100 is less than 2 or 300, so 148 would be the least. You pick that sign pointing to the smaller number. Go to the greatest. We have 2 or 3. 3 is greater than 2, 320, which makes 230. So if you read this like a sentence, you would say 148 is less than 230, which is lesson 320. Okay, so look at the next page, 382. I want you to do that whole page by yourself. The page that we just did, you could put a capital T on the top, but for page 382, please just do it by yourself. I don't really think you'll have any problem. Just do what I did, write the quantities, and so you can look at the numbers instead of just the pictures, and then you can place them. Okay, so you can turn me off. You can always look at this board if you freeze the video, and go ahead and do page 382 by yourself. When we come back, we're going to get going on our language. So when you finish your math, you can just have out your language practice pages ready, and then we'll take it from there, okay? Okay, I'll see you in a little while.